What is up, everyone? It is Spire Fan. We have some more Pokemon TCG Highlander coverage for the month of December 2024, the final tournament of the year. Should be a lot of fun, and I'm going to be honest, this is some of the best competitive Pokemon TCG Highlander I've ever seen. We're going to see a 3 out of 5 set between Ryan Green and K. Willie. Should be a lot of fun, and let's get right into it. Alright, so round 1. K. Willie on the left, Ryan Green on the right. K. Willie starting Virizion. Ryan Green starting Chimecho. Now, K. Willie is trying to get some resources added thanks to Virizion. Got a Yama on the bench. K. Willie's deck is kind of anchored around Dragonite, Yamega, and Electivire, kind of as the core. And Ryan is running a Grafaiai, Victory Bell, Chimecho deck. And you already see the Ariados benched with a Grass Energy Charmander. As covered last month, Ryan is known for 3 big things in his deck that basically are staples: Switch cards, Trainer's Mail, and definitely at least one big pick Pokemon. In Highlander, Pokemon are split into 3 different roles and can kind of go into different multi-roles, but it's between core, support, and pick for your deck. And a Pokemon can be any of the 3. It depends on how your overall deck strategy is made. And so Charizard is definitely Ryan's big pick Pokemon, his dedicated pick Pokemon. What that means is that if there's a problem, Charizard can often solve that problem if his resources are built up. Anyway, we see Ho-Oh, Ryan running the Battle Compressor strategy, able to put Ho-Oh in the discard pile, give K. Willie a prize card as you see there, and come back with 2 basic energy. We see a 3rd basic energy on Ho-Oh. Now he's swinging for 60 damage, looking like 2 fires on Ho-Oh. We see Weepinbell, which has an amazing ability which inflicts poison and burn when you evolve into Weepinbell. We see Electivire level X on K. Willie's side, able to get rid of Pokemon Tool and Stadium cards, and then he has full immunity after it happens. Electivire at level X also punishes the opponent for attaching energy from their hand. They will take 20 damage. It's pretty great, pretty good disruption. But in this case, Ryan has been maintaining some great momentum so far. And Victory Bell level X says that the opponent cannot do damage as they end their turn while they're poisoned. They are knocked out, and that's a Pokebody. Now, Victory Bell level X also does 10 damage times the amount of total basic energy in play to one of your opponent's Pokemon for 0 energy. So you look at Ryan's bench there, Charmeleon and Ariados pretty loaded with energy, and he's able to just kind of pick apart K. Willie's bench. Really, in this case, I think that Ho-Oh turn was big in terms of momentum. K. Willie trying to respond here. Good bench shield on Dragonair, protecting it from Victory Bell. We see Emolga in play doing Call for Family. We see the Rayquaza, so a big part of K. Willie's deck is Rayquaza, Yamega, and Electivire all have Poke Powers that can accelerate energy from the discard pile and attach it to them. And then you use Dragonite's Poke Power, Call for Power, to pull up as many energy as you want to attach to Dragonite. We see the Lysander, but Ryan is still able to take his last prize cards for a game. Game 2, we start Pinsir versus Charmander. Pinsir says that your opponent's basic Pokemon have to discard an energy before attacking. So what happens here is that when if Charmander is to attack, he would have to discard an energy. But the cool thing about Charmander is he has a 0 energy attack cost, so he actually kind of bypasses this Pokebody, which is really funny. You could see me briefly picking that up to do a ruling check. We've never had that interaction before in tournament. It's really cool to see. We already see Bellsprout on the bench for Ryan. And then we see Trico on the bench with Yamega, Rayquaza, and Dratini. We see Electivire level X already out, trying to dish out some punishment. Charmeleon and Weepinbell are out for Ryan. We also see a bench Cyndaquil. Ryan is playing Hisuian Typhlosion, who is a Psychic type, can accelerate some Psychic energy. Pretty strong there. I'd like to apologize for the brief camera interruptions. It's a USB thing. I'm definitely looking into that for next month. But thankfully the footage is pretty fast that you barely catch it. I promise it's not some subliminal advertisement to Eat Sour Patch Kids. Eat Sour Patch Kids. Anyway, Pinsir has 10 damage on it, holding pretty well, pretty tanky. We see Victory Bell level X once again, looking like Ryan's trying to plan some type of way to kind of get some good bench chip damage. We see Omega kind of loaded up with a bunch of basic grass and a bench shield to protect itself from Victory Bell level X. We see the Lysander point of Dragonair. Ryan knows that Dragonite can be a problem. Here is Charizard, the dedicated pick Pokemon in Ryan's deck. And now we see Victory Bell level X being brought back up. And now Dragonite does have a lot of energy, and Draco Meteor says you flip a coin for each of your opponent's Pokemon. If heads, does 50 to them. So a lot of mass spread. We see Warp Point. Now this is an interesting play here. So Ryan is promoting Chimecho, which basically will heal his Pokemon and grant some damage immunity next turn. You cannot use that attack the turn after. So Ryan's actually using Chimecho to kind of wall. He actually kind of checks K. Willie's deck and discard pile count here. Well, he checks his discard pile, but he checks his deck count. And Ryan's kind of realizing that with these close prize cards for game, he's now using Chimecho and now Mew to hardwall K. Willie. Mew says if the opponent is an evolved Pokemon with no damage counters, they cannot damage Mew. So we see Ryan just kind of rotating between Chimecho and Mew, and he's looking for a mill out. Really great segue of Ryan. Ryan has had great momentum with taking prizes, but he actually beats K. Willie by deck out when he recognizes the win con and able to use both of his 2 fully evolved Psychic Pokemon to win the game. Game 3, we see a start of Dratini versus Chimecho. Now, something you might not catch, but Chimecho also has another attack for no energy that copies a supporter in the opponent's discard pile. And so in this set, Ryan was actually able to copy K. Willie's Lysander to help kind of stall out. It's pretty great. Ryan's been doing some great plays with Chimecho. He often plays Chimecho with Chingling, so this is kind of the first time he's playing Chimecho without Chingling. And really good success. And here comes good momentum. He uses Cynthia, gets out Ariados, and then Weepinbell. Both Pokemon can inflict poison. Weepinbell also can burn. Ariados poisons both Pokemon, so Ryan has to be careful there. Ariados has really great synergy with Victory Bell because Victory Bell increases the defending Pokemon's retreat by 2, and then Ariados says both Pokemon have 1 more retreat. On K. Willie's side, we do see a fully loaded Dragonite. Doing pretty well there, getting ready to cause havoc. He field blowers his own Pokemon tool card so that he can level up into Dragonite level X. Ryan getting a read there and kind of stumped. Look at Ryan going through his extra deck, but this is a testament to how good of a player Ryan is. Ryan doesn't give up. He's pondering his options here. Dragonite level X is locking Ryan out of trainer cards. Also, if Dragonite level X has full HP, the damage it takes is halved. It also can't be affected by the effects of your opponent's cards. So really strong tank, just a bruiser in general. And you can kind of just see Ryan kind of like in his body language here. He's constantly pondering his out here. He knows that Dragonite level X is going to be a constant problem, most likely. And we do see Charmeleon promoted. With Ariados on the bench, we see Cyndaquil with 10 damage. Here comes Dragonite once again. Ryan again pondering what his out is. He does get Charizard out, and as mentioned earlier, Charizard is his dedicated pick Pokemon. Goes to Mega Charizard level X, which has an ability that pierces through effects, and Dragonite level X is weakened to Dragon. So Ryan does the perfect pick play of Mega Evolving, changing Charizard's type, and then piercing through Dragonite level X's Pokebody for a knockout, which was a big play there. We see K. Willie promote Pinsir, trying to promote a multi-problem here. So Pinsir actually has a pretty good options to counter both basic and stage 2 Pokemon, thanks to its Pokebody and Sever. Looking like he's getting some good chip damage there. Poison racking up damage as well on both Pokemon. We see a switch to Hisuian Typhlosion, Cynthia. There you go. Looking like Ryan's trying to go for a knockout here. We see the Poison Barb, which is really great in this deck. If you get Victory Bell level X out and Poison Barb starts poisoning the opposing Pokemon, it can really start dialing up the pressure for extra prize cards you can take. Alright, we see Electabuzz promoted on K. Willie's side. Sceptile has some damage on it, but Sceptile has a Poke Power that can mass move Grass Energy to it, so I think K-Willie is trying to bank on a potential burst play. We see Grafaiai, which basically says when the defending Pokemon's inflicted by a special condition, you flip 2 coins. If both are heads, they're paralyzed. If the defending Pokemon is an EX, they're just auto-paralyzed, which is really funny. And we see Ryan's able to lock in the knockout with Hisuian Typhlosion for game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the full 3 out of 5 set between K-Willie and Ryan. Some crazy interactions there. Props to K-Willie for holding his ground. He's a very polite person, and he definitely praises Ryan for his skill. And I am really proud of him for keeping at it in the game. He's really good at Melee, and I can see his skills put into this game. He doesn't give up, and you know what's cool is right after this tournament, he just kept talking to me and Ryan, and I can tell that he wants to keep at it and, you know, trying to beat Ryan in the future. So thank you guys for tuning in. It was a great tournament, and yeah, congrats to Ryan for winning. Great innovative deck from both players, and I'm looking forward to what people bring next year. Have a good one.